Matthew Gaddy. I am a true productivity coach, and I help busy and overwhelmed business professionals manage their action, their attention, and their energy to get meaningful things done. First of all, thank you all for purchasing this course. Thank you all for taking initiative in your own learning, your own productivity, and beginning to take ownership over what is causing you trouble and has brought you into wanting to try a productivity course. You looked at your life, you've looked at your situation, and you said, hey, this could help me, and I am grateful for that. I am blessed to be that resource that you have trusted with your time and your money to help you get to where you wanted to go, and I don't take that lightly, and I never will. So I'm just really glad for you guys to be here. And let's talk about, this is the intro and this is the overview, so we're going to get into those things. So the purpose of this class is to empower you with information and techniques. I'm looking down at my notes. Techniques and tools to help you get the most important tasks done. So we live in a world that prioritizes results over how hard you're working, how long you're working, or anything like that. We've progressed from this industrial revolution mindset where we're talking about quantity to an issue, not even an issue, to a time where we're in the internet age, computer age, where we worry about quality, because scale with the internet is not that big a deal. Scale back a long time ago was very, very hard, and that's why they prioritize quantity. Scale now is simply, it's easy as copy and paste, it's easy as Facebook ads, it's easy as just posting it and blog posting, and it goes everywhere. Quality is what we're worried about. Excuse me. Quality is what we're worried about now, and quantity has gone past us. So, as we're living in this era of quality versus quality over quantity, we have to make sure that we're taking charge over how we live and adapt and are integrated into this particular world. We have to take over our hours, days, weeks, months, years in order to make sure that we are living in a quality world versus living in a quantity world. The majority of the people that are out there today are still living under industrial revolutionized thought processes. They're thinking work longer, work harder, run it for longer hours, stay open later. That's how you get better customers, instead of looking at it from the internet age view where we're saying, how can we optimize the situation? How can we make sure that this will work before we're actually ready? And this is the type of process that we're going to be addressing here in the management of your action, your attention, and your energy. One disclaimer, this is not a course on how to do your particular job better. There's a lot of you guys watching this. There's a lot of people who are going to be exposed to this wonderful information, and I can't know how to do all of your jobs. I really can't. So as far as whether you should, subtract something or add something or go to site A or site B, I can't do that. But what I can do is empower you with the tools and the techniques and the resources in order to make an informed decision, the best decision, one that makes sure that you're fully present, you're there with your action, you're there with your attention, you're there with your energy, you're there with your focus, and make sure that you are fully enabled to make the best decision that you can and the most meaningful decision that you can. That's where I come in. So enough about how this can help you. Just a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Matthew Gaddy. I am from Texas, and I wasn't happy where I was. I was working a full-time engineering job. I did the right thing. I went to school for years. I was in school for about 6 years. Graduated, got a full-time job right out of school working at an engineering firm. An engineering job at a utility company. And it was really solid. It was really great. Everybody was kind of envious because people that had my particular job worked there for so many years. I worked there for like 30 years. It was a career job. But I felt like I was unsatisfied in that. And I knew that that wasn't for me. That wasn't where my natural bent was as far as the 9-to-5 thing. And I began to explore. Everything. Starting my own business, Forex, network marketing, all the things, everything that's on the internet that says this is a way out. I tried. And as I was doing more and more things, I started to realize that, hey, I have all these things on my plate. I need to learn more about productivity so that I can do more things, because I was operating off of industrial revolution mindset. Want more results, do more things. And the more that I studied and the more that I analyzed and the more that I would expose myself to productivity, I learned that that process was completely wrong. I learned that true productivity, which you guys are going to learn today, is not about doing more things. It's about being fully present and doing the right things. I'm going to say that again. True productivity isn't about doing more things. It's about being present and doing the right things. The presence that you bring to whatever task you're doing is a direct indicator of how well you'll be able to perform it and how well your results will be. So that's what I found out. That's a free tidbit before we even get started. And as I exposed myself to more and more true productivity, I learned that I was able to get results a lot faster while doing less. I was able to move ahead in my job faster because I apply these things to my job faster than a lot of people. All this time while doing less work. All this time while I was physically tired because of the level of intensity that I brought, but I wasn't working the full 8 hours. Sorry, boss, if you're reading this. But I was able to maximize the time that I was fully engaged in my work. And so I just want to let you guys know that I do these things. I practice them and I do get results. Some of the results, and this isn't to brag, this is just results. So I have 5 areas of responsibility at my job. The next person has 4, so it's nothing crazy. I've never missed a deadline before. Only one time I've ever had to work after hours, and that's because I was at a conference and my boss needed something that day, and even then I didn't send it to him for another 6 hours, so I don't know if that wants to count. I sent it to him in business hours the next day, but I did work it at night. And I got a promotion and 9 months of a new position, and there's people that have been working there for 2 years. So these are just some of the results that I would get. Now, as far as the overview of the course is broken down into an introduction section, action, attention, energy, and then putting things together. I couldn't count for a second. And so you're in the intro section now. Intro section is just going to be an overview of the course, true productivity versus old productivity. What is true productivity? We're going to go a whole video about that. And then we're going to move into some of the information sections of this course. We're going to talk about attention, why it's essential, attention versus focus. So they're not the same. Why are they not the same? How are they different? How do I access either one? How to hone your attention. And there's a plethora of other topics we're going to talk about. I'm pulling up my notes just so I'm not talking in hyperbole when I speak on these things, but I really did spend a lot of time and a lot of attention, a lot of energy putting this together. And I did say time on purpose because there's a lot of time involved in the research portion of it. We talk about time and time and action, and why time management is a fallacy, but action management is not. And we will go into that inside of the action portion of the course. Let me make sure and pull this up. And as I'm pulling this up, if you guys have any questions, if you have anything that you want to get off your chest, or if you have any specific questions that want to be answered, go ahead and put them in the comment box below. I would love to answer them even before you get to the rest of the course. If you have something and there's a quick win that I can help you get, I want to help you get it as soon as possible. If it's not going to be damaging to you, if it's not going to be something that is hindering to you in the future because you only got a piece of it, you don't understand the base of the answer, you only got the pinnacle, and the pinnacle by itself is too small to stand on. I'll tell you that and I'll say, hey, this is your answer, watch this. Or I'll say, watch this video and then I'll give you your answer, yada, 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 something like that. But if there's a quick one I can help you get, bro, let's do it. It's all good. So we're talking about attention space, protecting your attention, hyper focus, scatter focus, mental models, death by multitasking, because multitasking is the devil, and meditation and mindfulness is going to be in our attention section. Very, very excited to give you guys that. Also in the energy section, it's a little bit shorter, but it's very, very important. We have Energy 101, the 4 energy principles, the ebb and flow versus linear energy, and we'll go into depth about what that's about when we get to it. Strategic recovery and the 4 energy types. I bet you guys didn't know there's 4 energy types, but there are. And you have to be able to manage them and bring them all to whatever task you're doing in order to be fully engaged and fully productive. Lastly, in our application section, but our information section, we have action. We have taking ownership. Discipline equals freedom. Morning rituals, very, very important. I think I'm going to change that to rituals and just address rituals. Time blocks, full engagement and strategic recovery, essentialism, how to schedule your day, and being productive at work. Because it's great to know all this information, but a lot of you guys are, because this is for business professionals, how do you put this together at your job? How do you go through and implement these strategies and tips and tools and techniques without pissing people off and getting fired? So we're going to talk about that and how you can apply those things. And then putting it all together is just a recap of everything that's going on, a special gift for you guys, and where do you go from here? Productivity is a journey. It's not, hey, I'm productive and now I get this. As you grow and as you continue to advance in whatever your career or your goal is, it will require more and more of, I won't say more and more of you. It will require, you'll want to give it more of your full presence, full engagement. Because there's some goals that will be easier at the beginning than they are at the end, and there's some goals that will be easier at the end than they are at the beginning. But if you are tackling something that seems hard now, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this really was just the beginning. It's much harder now. How do we address that? How do we, how do I pull even more out? That's the where do you go from here, and we're going to be talking about that. Also talking about the curse of productivity. There's a curse of productivity. You don't want to become a robot. Spoilers. That's what it is. I'm really looking forward to giving you guys this course and going through this information with you all. I am hype. I am excited. I am just, y'all know how long I've been waiting to give you guys this information. And I know it's going to be effective for you guys. I know it's going to be important for you all. And I know that you'll be able to take all this information and go do great things with it, because I believe in you and I trust you. And I know that if you're willing to invest in yourself and pay attention and enact these tips, tools, and techniques, that you will go and be productive in whatever you decide to do. Even if you say, I don't want to work a job anymore. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to run a restaurant. These tools and techniques are universal because they are they're a framework rather than a step-by-step, if that makes sense. Then it makes sense. But this is a methodology rather than an instruction guide. Yes. Methodology means that we're going to talk about the ideas of why we're going to do things rather than a step-by-step guide that just says, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Because if any one of the thises changes, we have to change the entire formula. And I didn't want to do that. I'm going to give you guys something that you can apply to any portion of your life, any task, any challenge that you're going to face. And you'll be adequately and over prepared to do this. You'll go somewhere and be exceptional, because I want you all to be exceptional. That is my goal. Anyway, intro and overview. Excited. Matthew Gaddy. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.